I'm the danger.
Welcome to Dayjub's Tall Tales. Because they're not exactly true, considering how much
Wait a second now. I just had an idea. Ding, ding,
Tall
ding.
Tales. Anyways, Dayjub has told me this story 35 times for me to do this show, so get ready, American nerds. I'm not listening.
I lost count of how many times I've heard this story.
Yeah, you listen to it this time. I'm getting out of here.
That's fine. I got a snack, so. You did have got a snack, Bugger Boy. Alright, I'll tell y'all the story about the time I met me a Canadian jumping bean.
A Canadian jumping bean? Canadian jumping beans are real.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Tiny Boy Ed. Is you telling this story? Because if you tell me all about, you said you knew there was no such thing as me. You must have known the story, so you go ahead and tell it. Tell us all about time you had a Canadian jumping bean.
No, I'm gonna break through a second window. I'm out of here.
Well, thank you. Now I can tell you all about my story. So there we was on the old saloon, out in front of old saloon on a dirty, muddy street. And here I was, face to face, having a duel, a good old gunslinger type duel with the Canadian jumping bean. And I said, you gonna get something full of lead, partner, or something cold like that. I said something real cold, and he looked back at me and squinted his little jumping bean eyes, and then he said, "Oh yeah."
The pink beans don't have eyes.
He said, why they call them black-eyed peas, huh? Why they call it the red-eyed gravy and
I guess that's just what they call. I guess they just call it that for no reason at all.
So anyway, I fired my pistols.
Oh, he's getting back to the story. I'm gonna break through the window.
He fired his pistols, and then I fired mine back, and he shot me up real good, but it was just a little teeny tiny bullet, because he's just a little Canadian jumping bean, got these teeny bullets. And I said, well, that didn't hurt too bad, and I did, wait, where was I? Oh yeah, so we became good friends, and we went and got ourselves a nice 2-bedroom home and became roommates. So one day, I called him Rodney. He was Rodney, my friend Rodney, the Canadian jumping bean, and I said, little Rodney, I don't know what to do with myself. Maybe we should take just a road trip. And I said, you can drive. But Rodney couldn't drive because he don't have a license. Plus, he's only about that tall, so he could barely see over the steering wheel. So we get in the car, and I drive. But I don't have a license either. So I ran through a few stoplights and stop signs and, school zones and construction sites and community parks and houses before I finally got it. But I learned, and I started doing things right, and I drove, and I never felt so free in all my life. And we went all the way. I drove day and night until one night, I was driving like a maniac, and I got off the road, and I said, I don't care where this car takes me. But then we pulled up, and I thought I was at the end of the cliff. I got out and looked over, and I was like, we at the edge of the world. And we were.
The edge of the earth.
We were at the edge of the world.
The earth is round, Dayjub.
The earth. Yeah, I came to the edge of it, okay? There's the edge, and then it just falls off into complete,
okay, fine.
total abyss.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna break through a fourth window. This hurts my skin.
You can break through all the windows you want, and don't change the truth. We came to the end of the earth, and I said, this is fantastical. This is absolutely, positively the best experience I've ever seen. And I looked off and I said, what you think about this, Rodney, you old rascal? And I slapped him on the back. But I forgot Rodney real small because he was being a bean, you know. And when I hit him on the back, he fell off the hood of the car and then he fell right off the face of the earth. He done fell off the edge. And I was like, no, Rodney, no, come back. But he ain't come back. But the moral of this story is some nights, if you get up and you hear something like a thud kind of thing, sometimes I hear that and I think, maybe that's Rodney. Maybe he found ground at last and he bounced a few times when he hit it. And now he's doing okay. Except he probably got splattered. But then I think to myself, I'm like, probably not. He probably just still falling off in the middle of nowhere. And that's how it happened. And that's, let it be written and let it be told. Oh, hey there. Yeah, I'm just. What'd you think of the store? Oh, yeah, yeah. Did you like it? Yeah, just eating my. I'm not eating. Go back to eating. I don't know if these are good. Have you heard these chips? These chicken.
Oh yeah, those are pretty good. Those are pretty good. Huh?
They
are. Yeah, I got back from breaking all those windows.
Well, good for you. Yeah, well,
Did the story end, Dave Trevor?
Ask American Boy.
Did the story end, American Bear?
I think, I don't know. I was enjoying these chips. I'm sorry. It's okay. I'll tell it again.
Oh no, please
So
don't.
there we